Everybody, welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh yeah!
I am Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew and Kenny, and today we have got a crazy versus for you. Possibly, I don't know. We don't do comedy on this channel at all. Not really, because it's just hard to.
Yeah.
We don't want to run the risk of just sitting around and laughing like a bunch of assholes the entire time. And how do you really discuss comedy?
Yeah, we had a hard enough time just coming up with categories for this thing.
Yeah. So we're going to attempt it because this was a part of the poll, and it gave us an excuse to watch some Adam Sandler movies again. The old original, the first two he done. Actually, we're going to do Happy Gilmore versus Billy Madison.
Yeah, and this took 50% of the vote.
Yeah.
On the poll,
which
which
impressive. Surprised
the heck out of me. I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've noticed like on the channel, horror doesn't do as well as it used to. And now, it's just so weird to see an Adam Sandler versus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, interesting. Anyway, so we're gonna do Happy Gilmore versus Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore, 1996. That was his second movie. Billy Madison was his first movie, 1995. Billy Madison came out $10 million budget, $26.4 million at the box office, and directed by Tamra Davis. Happy Gilmore, $12 million budget. Come back at a 41.2 mil.
Ooh.
Budget.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty good. Both hilarious, both classic. Love both of them very much. I do have a preference. I don't know if we want to talk about that yet, but I do have a preference. So we decided to do something different for categories. We're going to do story for number one. Instead of setting and music or whatever we normally do, we're going to do best supporting cast, because you have to have a good supporting cast and good characters in a comedy to make this work. We're doing the best protagonist, or the best version of Sandler, which character of Sandler we like the best. And we're going to do the best antagonist, because we do have good antagonists in these movies. And for the last, we're going to do best comedy, which made us laugh more, which had better, whatever. Okay, category number one, going into story. And also, we're going to wing this.
Yeah.
We do not have pricks. We do have pricks.
Speak for yourself.
We do have pricks. We do not have picks. So at least as far as I know, I haven't really discussed this guy with you guys. It's very personal. As far as I know, we still have all of ours attached.
Yeah.
We're free.
We're no Ray Finkel.
Yeah, we're no Lois Einhorns here. We're still Ray Finkels.
Laces out, Dan.
Or that's the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen. Anyway, no picks made. We're going to do this on the fly. I feel like that's going to be a little bit more fun. The wonders of editing. Actually, we're probably not going to. Let's not edit that. Let's keep that shit in. Fuck it. Let's go number one. Who wants to take story first?
I'll go ahead and take story. Do you want me to kind of go over both stories?
Sure, why not? Just real quick.
In Happy Gilmore, he plays this hockey player who cannot skate, and as such, he's got a great hockey stroke, and so after not making the team, he goes out, and Chubbs Peterson sees him out long driving the ball and says, "Hey, you'd make a good golfer." In the meantime, his grandma's getting her house repossessed for not paying her taxes, being a Wesley Snipes. And
by hero,
right? and that's the basic plot. He runs into your basic golf douchebags.
Yeah.
In Billy Madison, he's set to inherit his father's company, but he's such a screw up that he's going to give it to, I believe we said his name was Eric.
Yeah.
And instead, and so he eventually says, "Hey, if I can go through grades kindergarten through 12, in so many weeks, will you give me the company?" And he says yes. And so it becomes him trying to make it and Eric trying to screw him out of his inheritance, basically. And those are your basic plots. And they're both crazy. And I'm actually going to go for the crazier one because it is absolutely ludicrous. And I'm going to go Billy Madison on this one. Who would have thought of some guy going through grades 1 through 12 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And just how off the wall crazy that is.
And it's 2 weeks in every grade, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just the ensemble. We'll get to characters and all that in a little bit.
Very wild.
Yeah, very wild. But and I do like Happy Gilmore a lot. But I think it's story-wise, it's a little bit tame compared to this madness you have over here.
While there's crazy characters in Happy Gilmore, it is more adult ish.
Yeah,
Like it's a very like it's
this
tame. It's like you said, it's tame. It's more adultish.
Billy Madison is juvenile.
Yes, yeah, Billy
At its
Madison
core.
straight up juvenile.
Yeah.
It is just stupidity. Yeah, if you have a character that's literally in a bathtub, stop looking at me, Schwan, and he's by himself.
Yeah.
It's nudie magazine day.
Yeah, that's very juvenile, very retarded. But I'm gonna have to go, and I do agree with you. I do love that, there's not very many people or movies that can really get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
Like The Pest, I can't stand The Pest.
Yeah.
I hate them, but I don't like John Leguizamo. But
Not a fan.
But for whatever reason, Billy Madison works. I love it. That said, I have to go with Happy Gilmore. I like golf, and I just always was drawn to that a little bit more, and it's not as juvenile.
Right.
So, and I like the story of trying to save his grandma, and I like that. And Shooter McGavin's such a...
It's a little more noble.
it is a little bit in a weird way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore on that.
Yeah. I'm going Happy Gilmore as well.
Okay.
You were correct on that. It does work in Billy Madison. It is a little cringy
It is.
with the way he acts,
Yeah.
and but nothing like The Pest.
Yeah. No.
And maybe if you're a John Leguizamo fan, it works for you.
But let's be honest.
I'm
Let's be
not.
honest.
He's
Is
sucks.
anybody a John Leguizamo fan?
I don't know why you would be.
Maybe John Leguizamo is a fan of
I don't
himself.
even think he's a fan of himself.
Dude, I would hope not.
He's probably sitting somewhere in a dark room. And
Just I'm a piece of shit.
Just, look what you did to Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Terrible.
Take a look at yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I love golf. I'm terrible at it. I still play.
I'm not half bad.
A pin of rose on your nose. But yeah, I'm going Happy Gilmore. Both
Okay.
good movies. Both good. The story with Billy Madison is a good one.
Yeah.
It is a good one. But Happy Gilmore is just.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's so many things about it that I love, Billy Madison. But
I mean, he's trying to save his sweet old grandma.
yeah. Story wise,
Yeah.
I think it's a much cleaner. It's like a much cleaner story, much like a better plot. But we'll talk about comedy though in a little bit. So,
Yeah.
Right.
So we can discuss that. That'll be a good ending discussion. We'll do that.
Oh, yeah.
So, best supporting cast.
Oh,
So, you've also got a situation too where the supporting cast is very juvenile, very weird,
they are.
versus Happy Gilmore where they're weird but not near. Everybody's on a, the crazy shit is watching this hockey player who can't skate come in and
Yeah,
take over
yeah.
golf. Kind of like it's like he's saving golf the way Royd's baseball did. He's bringing in the crowds, the drunkards and the crazies,
Doing the bull dance,
like
feeling the
like,
flow.
like the live golf's doing now, whatever you call it. They were doing that, all chanting and ranting and raving.
So let's look at supporting cast.
Let's do it.
On one side, you've got Veronica Vaughn. So hot, want to touch the hiney.
Yeah,
You,
Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn
his dad in that movie was the dad in A Christmas Story
is one
with the leg
piece
lamp.
of ace. Yeah, he is. He's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The stupid leg lamp. God damn it.
Even the little, like his stupid friends, Norm Macdonald was one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Oh yeah, he's a genius.
Maybe he's playing Marco Polo. Marco.
Marco.
Yeah.
You've got them. You've got that cameo by Chris Farley. That's
Who's all time.
yeah. That's so good. I'll turn this bus around.
That'll ruin your precious little field trip pretty damn quick. Yeah.
On the other side, you've
Still
got
22 bags of lunch or whatever those.
So they're just.
Norm Macdonald. Yeah.
on the other side. You've got Carl Weathers, rest in peace.
Yeah.
The great Carl Weathers as Chubbs Peterson. The girl who plays Valerie Vennett, she's actually pretty good.
Julie Bowen.
Julie Bowen. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, also hot.
Yeah.
Still hot.
Richard Keel.
pretty.
Jaws.
Jaws, yeah,
Yeah.
Richard Keel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just played off Frankenstein's fat foot, remember? And you can count on me and you in the parking lot.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Somebody else take this one.
Let me see. Well, you've got the director. The director is Dennis Dugan. I don't think I mentioned. Maybe I did, but he's Doug.
Yeah.
The clubhouse owner or whatever manager. Is Will Sasso one of the movers at the beginning?
I believe so, where he's
Yeah.
long driving down the street.
Yeah, Will Sasso's in there.
Yeah. You've also got
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I trouble you for a
and
warm
I just
glass of milk?
wanna-
It helps put me to sleep. You can trouble me for a nice glass of,
Yeah.
or a warm glass of shut the hell up.
You will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Who may be, I mean,
He's underrated.
He stole that.
Dude, he's underrated.
His character. I
Vince-
just watched Heavyweights the other day.
Oh, dude, I no one talks about
Tony?
heavyweights. Yeah, Tony Perkins.
Yes.
Yeah, he's basically White Goodman, but not as dumb.
When they made Dodgeball,
Yes.
they should have just carried that character.
Yeah,
over.
but
Same
he
name.
he made him dumber. He made Tony Perkins dumber
yeah.
for White Goodman, but it was 100%
Lunch is canceled.
due to the lack of hustle.
Yeah. Deal with it.
I love it.
You know, well, we'll get into that. But you go antagonists, you almost got two in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Well, you got him on top of Shooter. You know.
Yeah. But we'll get into that later.
Well, and you got the guy that ran him over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Little
you
worm.
do have more.
Oh, Shooter! I thought we were going to be
He's
friends.
up against more in Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore than he is. in Billy
He's probably the
Madison.
craziest character. And I think the guy who ran him over is one of the craziest characters.
If you change your mind, I'll be at Red Lobster.
yeah. Want to go down and get some grub? Shooter, I thought we were going to be friends. We are, pal. We are.
We are. I don't. Man, it's tough.
You said we were going to be friends.
Oh, you did that.
I did. Well, this bothered me. Damn it. Let's just put him up like this. Go. Screw it. This is live TV.
This is live.
Now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Yeah. So, supporting cast for, I'm trying to think of the other ones for Billy Madison. You've got, the guy who's we're all dumber in this room having heard it.
Oh, that guy's great.
He was. I'm pretty sure he was a writer on SNL. Man, who else?
I award you no points.
Yeah, and
May God have mercy on your soul.
a simple no would have been good, but okay. Oh, and Steve Buscemi.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy. I calls him on the phone, man. I just want to tell you I'm sorry. Oh yeah, man, no problem. It's no big deal.
I'm gonna have to go with Billy Madison on that. There's just more power on that side.
Well, it lends itself better. I mean, you do have Bob Barker
You do.
on the other end. You have
Rest
you
in
have,
peace.
and that was a good scene. That's a big scene, beating the shit out of each other.
Yes. And you got Carl Weathers, Chubbs.
The Asian gal he slept with. Hey, you want breakfast? hey, you don't want breakfast? Maybe the support cast for Billy Madison lends itself better to the movie itself of what it is than Happy Gilmore. Maybe just slightly. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to make a point, but I don't know. Like everybody's just so outrageous.
They are.
Yeah.
It's over the
they're
top.
they're not quite as outrageous in Happy. Everything's more grounded in Happy Gilmore.
Right.
There's a few crazy things going on in Happy Gilmore that's funny.
Yeah.
But maybe Gilmore or Madison's just a little bit.
I think I'd have to agree with that. I'm going to go Billy Madison on that one.
I'll go Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Billy Madison best just because it's so insane.
And I know we're not doing
Even the fucking clown.
Yeah. And I know we're not doing
kids, it's me.
soundtrack, but Billy Madison wins that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, ELO.
Dude, Elo, yeah. Telephone. Ooh, shoot up. Or
You just want to join them?
who was the band?
You don't like ELO?
Do we know the band?
Oh, I love Ela.
Who's the band? Was the band anybody in the third? Billy passed the third grade. Oh, what a glorious day!
Who was that?
I don't know. I feel like that's a real band though.
Billy Madison way.
yeah. Ooh, past the third grade, the Billy Madison way.
Can we not look that up?
Let's look at Alec.
Yeah.
Look it up. Because I felt like that's a legit.
It seems like it,
legit
right?
deal.
I'd say that's probably a friend of somebody.
Was
Had
it?
to be.
It's L.A., so that's probably someone's
Probably.
buddy who has a pet band like
I
in the
don't know,
garage.
man. I think it
Just seems like an old wash-up '80s band.
I think it was a dude.
It's Gino Veltri.
Well, props to that guy.
Who's the singer for?
Gino Feltry.
The Gino Veltri
The
band.
Gino Feltry band.
Wasn't anybody.
He does bar mitzvahs and sixth grade graduations,
Yeah.
apparently.
100%.
Yeah.
And I need you now tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure it was somebody. It was just we were just confident. I mean, that was going to be
I
something.
swore it was Danzig. Oh man!
Okay,
But
so-
the way it just cuts to that,
dude, I know.
cuts to that
Yeah.
scene, it's just, yeah,
It's all out of time.
Yeah.
like that is not.
love
In
it.
a situation like that, like a party like that, that is not what you would ever expect
No.
Right.
to be going on. In the
I love when the clown falls and everyone's just laughing at him.
He's got blood.
Blood is coming out of his head and they're all laughing. He's just like, I bet you thought that I was dead.
Hemorrhage in my head.
Got a hemorrhage in my head. God, it's such a ridiculous.
The whole movie.
The whole movie. Okay, so let's go to best protagonist, best Sandler. That's the third category here. So you got Billy Madison versus Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
I'm Happy Gilmore on that.
Yeah,
And we've touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
Why
we did.
Yeah.
There's something that's hilarious about a wannabe hockey player who can't skate worth a shit, who's got severe anger issues.
Yeah,
He
who
can
loses
beat
a
the
fight
fuck-
to Bob Barker.
Yeah, he could beat. You think he could beat the shit out of anybody? It's just but yeah, super anger issues. But yeah, then he gets his ass kicked by Bob Barker.
Yeah, the price was wrong.
So instead of hitting you, he hits Bob Barker.
Which I was reading, the only way Bob Barker would do that fight was if he won.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why it was written that way.
That's
All-
a very Bob Barker-ish thing right there.
All the pets were spayed and neutered as well.
Fellow Missourian, I believe. I think he's a Missouri State graduate.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I'll be damned.
I seen him throw out the first pitch at a
that?
Springfield game. Yep.
Bob Barker?
Yep.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, you know who else was? John Goodman.
John, a mighty, mighty good man.
Yeah. Yeah, mighty, mighty good man.
What a man.
I heard he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I can see it.
Who?
Either one.
I heard Goodman was an asshole. That's what I heard. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the guy. Maybe he's nice. You know what? He didn't defend Roseanne when they fired her ass.
He didn't?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember. Let's go to best antagonist. Shooter McGavin versus Eric something.
Shooter McGavin.
Golly.
I mean, who's
Eric was such a little prick.
Yeah, he was.
such a bitch?
I mean,
Yeah,
what a weasel.
I love the faces he's making at him around that kitchen table.
Yeah. And who was the guy that was always nice to Billy?
Carl?
Carl that got the company.
And
Yeah.
Carl was always, he's like, do the laugh, Carl. His little weasel laugh, you know?
Carl was in Home Alone. He was the cop. in
Oh,
Home
that's
Alone.
right.
Yes.
Hyper on 2 or whatever. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Carl. I'm gonna get the company to Carl.
I don't know. It's tough, man. You get, like we talked about,
You sure?
you almost got 3 antagonists in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have to go in. You have to go Happy Gilmore. Unfortunately, you just have to.
I mean, I
Sad.
hate,
Unless
I
you-
hate to do that because I
Unless you think
Eric's
O'Doyle
great.
rules.
I mean, the
You do
O'Doyles
got
were some
that,
severe
you do.
villains, dude.
Yes, they are.
They were
What
a menace until
Yeah,
that
took it to the grave.
The banana peel really fucked them up. But until then, they were
Yeah,
menaces.
they Super Mario Karted out of this world.
That was a family full of shitheads.
All right. Well, let's go best comedy. I mean, it's like we might have a winner here.
Do you like your comedy juvenile or?
I like my comedy all over the place.
I do.
I like comedy. I like smart comedy. I like dumb juvenile comedy. I like racist comedy. I like all kinds of crazy comedies. I like offensive comedy. I like all of it.
Yeah. I mean,
Blazing
there's-
Saddles was one of
yeah,
our favorite
yeah.
movies.
Right,
of all
right.
time.
That's what I'm
there's
talking
no
about.
comedy that is too much.
Right. Yeah.
And there's no comedy
limits to
that crosses a line.
No,
for
there should
me.
be no
It
comedy.
doesn't.
Yeah, it should make fun of literally everybody and everything.
I do, however, I find myself when I watch the two, I'm laughing more in Happy Gilmore than I do when I watch Billy Madison.
I probably quote both movies a lot.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this because when I watched both of these, the scene, and it's so stupid, and my wife laughed. She was shaking her head at me because the scene, It's poop again. Don't put it out with your boots, Ted.
Yeah.
Don't tell me my business, devil.
I was crying, laughing so hard.
I actually was quoting. I was quoting that the other day at work, and we were laughing. It's like, hey, he called the shit poop.
Yeah.
He called the shit poop.
And we were rolling.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every now and then, you're just in a juvenile mood, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I quote, I say, the price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah,
I
all the
say
time.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially at work.
Oh, Doyle, I have a feeling your whole family's going down. I don't know.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
I say that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
No. No.
Go down by the bay, make things out of clay.
Yeah.
Just made.
Rolling
What do you
hay.
say?
Yeah,
What do you
we
say?
say. What do you say?
I think I'm gonna give a
It's-
slight nod to Happy Gilmore in this one. I don't think I laugh as hard at it, but I think I laugh more consistently through that movie.
Right.
And Ben Stiller's just the look of him.
Oh God, so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid. Well,
Just acts so nice.
yeah.
But
Thank
it's
you.
really just like just a devil.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you, sir. I'm telling you, Ben Stiller is probably one of the most underrated comedians ever.
I think he
He's
is.
one of the funniest dudes that no one talks
And
about.
in Tropic Thunder, dude, is
Oh,
all
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think it's because he just has certain characters that are good, but he's also really good at that awkward comedy,
Yeah.
like the Meet the Parent style, where he's in that bad situational stuff.
I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
And along came Paulie.
Yeah, exactly, same thing. Yeah. Where Alec Baldwin takes a piss and then
Hey.
pats him on the ass while he's on the interview.
She's a dime store hooker, and she always will. So he tells. They just got divorced. Like, he's like,
I also use dime store hooker constantly.
I do too.
Like
I
all
used
the-
it this morning at work.
yeah. Oh, she's a dime store hooker, dude.
Yeah.
Dressed like a dime store hooker.
I will probably use that going
For the rest of
forward
my life.
at work.
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
lot.
Oh, everywhere.
When
Yeah.
referring to certain people at work.
Well, unfortunately, poor Billy Madison only got one category tonight. That's a disappointing outing for such a funny movie.
Yeah, and it is funny.
It's a really good movie.
But
It's just so juvenile.
Happy Gilmore is universally known as Adam Sandler's best movie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been different had we put it against like Little Nicky or Waterboy or something a little bit goofier.
If Billy Madison goes against Little Nicky, I'm taking Billy Madison.
Really?
I dislike
Oh, yeah.
Little Nicky.
See,
You do?
me and Brandon both like Little Nicky.
I love
quite a
Little
bit.
Nicky, yeah.
And Happy Gilmore's not my favorite Sandler movie.
Wedding Singer's my favorite movie. I love Wedding.
Bulletproof.
Oh, I've not seen that since it came out.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Talk about
Oh, we need to
that
watch
would-
Bulletproof again because I haven't seen that in a long time.
Sandler took but that was R.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that was an R movie.
Yeah.
So he kind of crossed the line over on that one. I think that's the only one he did because when he come back, it's Little Nicky and
Yeah.
There really wasn't much stopping him up until after Little Nicky. Like Little Nicky was in 2000, and then I think he did Spanglish or some shit in 01 or 2 or whatever.
Which was awful.
But did it have something to do with his family though? Too once
don't
his
remember.
kids were getting older,
Maybe
because that's what he stopped doing those CDs, which are
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, they're hilarious,
Yeah.
but they're dirty. Like,
but they're dirty
rough.
as hell.
Yeah,
And then he did the Bulletproof movie, and then
yeah. Then he because after he tried that Spanglish bullshit, when he come back to comedy, it was 50 First Dates, which I loved.
yes,
But then you had Anger Management, was also good, but it took a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say about these two movies, though?
No, they're both definitely worth a watch if you want to laugh and have a good time. And
Absolutely.
thank you guys for picking this one as something we wouldn't have picked ourselves. Me and Brandon have kind of talked amongst ourselves in the past. If you want to see us do more like this, let us know, because we really want to do like Naked Gun versus Naked Gun 2.5.
Right. Because they're both very strong.
Yeah, they're both very strong, and I think I kind of lean toward that second one maybe even more than the first one. So let us know if you want to see more comedy down the road. It might be crazy like this one, but we'll do it if you want to see it.
It's just so difficult to discuss because we end up quoting and laughing, and well, that's a good time, but it's going to be more in the vein of that style of a review or discussion as opposed to talking about shots and atmosphere and music and I guess we talk about music and Adam Sandler movies, but you know what I mean. Like it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So you can't break down scenes and what you like and dislike as much. We didn't really talk about likes and dislikes in this movie because it's a versus, but I mean, there's really not a whole lot to dislike. It's a stupid comedy movie,
Right? Yeah.
You can't really take that shit seriously enough to really critique it.
No, and you shouldn't.
Right. So both good movies. I'd say most people that are watching this have probably seen both these movies 100 times by now. But we had fun. This was a lot of fun. Happy Gilmore takes it. I was expecting to be a little bit closer, but you get down to it. It is just not. It's a science juvenile.
Right.
You're right.
So, and I think that's what. As much as we love that about Billy Madison, it hurts it when you pit it up against literally anything else. It's unlike anything else he's had. Just about, sort of, maybe Little Nicky or something really. Anyway, let us know in the comments below what you think, and make sure to like and subscribe. You don't want to miss anything else coming down the pike. We got some good shit. And until next time,
we're out of here.